the bus stop. Swerving into what's hot. Coming live, Shady Sports, yeah, we got it on live. Sports and music, yeah, let's get into it. Do it like no other, do it. Blueprint for consuming the team that's never losing. Coming live from Colorado, like shit and follow. Shady Sports, the motto, fresher than avocado. Play by play and ball for ball, we coming to you from afar. Day to day and call for call, we talk about it all.
Yeah, this the bus stop. Talking sports and hip hop. Jump on the bandwagon, cause we talking what's hot. 8303, Denver, what's happening? We got sports action. Come take a ride with us if you DJ and a rapping. No capping, stand LinkedIn. Bringing sports and rap news. That's news and talking Denver Zuzu. And we ain't hard to find. We on Shady Sports Network like all the time. Gemini Statik got the ball, it's time to grind. It's the show you won't wanna miss, not one line. And ain't there not a show bringing what we bringing. So go ahead and tune in, man. We just hanging at the bus stop.
Shady Sports, 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 Shady Sports.
Shady Sports, Shady Sports, Shady Sports. You know what it is, man. It's Saturday morning, so that means that we are hanging at the bus stop, right? Kicking it like we normally do. I'm your boy Gemini. I got Statik with me. What's going on, Statik?
What's up, man? Just excited for the day, man. We finally hit that divisional round, so it's the moment that's going to tell us everything about what the Super Bowl is really going to look like here coming up in the next 3 weeks.
Hey, all I really want to say about that is Chiefs fans are salty.
Yep. They got graded.
Who cares? Yeah, they ain't even make the playoffs. Today is the day, as my friend Statik said. We got the divisional round. We got the Bills coming in. Pretty much a flip of what happened last year. And the wild card round. So at this rate, that means we'll be playing in Buffalo, or Buffalo will be playing here for the AFC Championship game next season, right? So
right.
Keep it going. I'll take that.
Right. Definitely.
So we got that. We got some other games in the divisional round. We'll go back and look at our picks from last week. And we got quite a bit of music to talk about in Statik Stamp. So as I do, hit you with that promo for Shady Sports Network. If you haven't already, head over to our YouTube page and subscribe, like, and please share Shady Sports Network. If you haven't already, still trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the NFL season. And that season is coming upon us fast. So let's get to it, get you with those promos, and we'll be right back.
You thought you wanted Gunther against Chad Gable, but you didn't. And I'm going to tell you why. Chad Gable would take everything that Gunther's done and bury it.
The Playmaker.
It was on site. AJ Styles walked out there, seen LA Knight. Oh, okay, nigga. LA Knight hopped out the car. Let's go.
Break down everything in TNA, AEW, and all of the WWE programming. Join these two kings, monarchs of wrestling, live every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central on the Play Caller Sports Talk YouTube channel.
Yes, sir. You can join us live right now on Shady Sports Network every Saturday, 9:30 Denver time, after Around the Indoor Football World, which tells you everything about the indoor football world. They come on at 6:30 Denver time. So rock with us, lean with us. You know what I'm saying? We'll get right into it. We're super hype. I'm super hype. Broncos in the playoffs. This is what we've been building for, right? Been going through those rough seasons, man. It's been a long time since 2015, right? It has been a long time coming, and we finally made it back to the playoffs last year, only to get kicked out by those Bills. And look at us now. Look at us now, Static. What's up? What are your thoughts? Well, you know what? Let's look back. Let's go back real quick before we get into this. You know what I'm saying? Give some people maybe some time to join in, especially all those Chiefs fans. And let's look back at the picks from last week. I know I picked all the home teams, so I think I was 500, like I was saying off screen, but
I went.
How'd you do?
The only game I did not get right was that Eagles-Niners game. We all picked the Eagles on that one, and 49ers shocked us all, even with George Kittle going down potentially for a good chunk of next season at this point with, the severity of his injury, which is really unfortunate. I like George Kittle as a player, as a person. He's definitely got a good head on his shoulders. He's always bringing his 100 game, and, it was really unfortunate to see him go down, but he watched his team, rally it back and take the dub from the locker room, which was crazy to see. I really thought the Eagles were going to hold it out and they're going to hold strong, but there will be a new champion this year.
There will be a new champion this year, and that champion's name is Denver. Another parade in Denver so soon. I'm here for it.
Yeah, and I mean we're lined up to get a couple of parades this year by the looks of it. With how great the success the city is seeing with our major teams. We have the Avalanche that are sitting in the number 1 spot, highly projected to go very far into their championship run, if not take the championship. I can't recall what the odds were right now of them being the heavy favored to win the Stanley Cup this year, but it's pretty high. The Nuggets, I mean, it's a battle in the West right now between 1 and 3 seeds. It's OKC, the Spurs, and the Nuggets, and it changed that Western Conference is changing every single day with every single game that's being played. The Lakers were just a seat above us for a second. We slipped to 4th, and now they're back in I'm pretty sure the 6th seed or something like that. It's crazy to see how much the Western Conference is changing in basketball right now. And then you got the Denver Broncos. So I mean, we're set to have a couple parades this year. I'm looking for the 3-peat. Have a basketball, hockey, and Super Bowl parade this year. That's the goal for Denver right now.
I'm with that. I'm here for that for sure. You know what I'm saying? Especially, man, we'll talk some basketball. I wasn't planning on touching about. I do got some questions though. Like, there's some craziness going on around the NBA right now, man.
Right. But going back to football, we got the Rams and the Panthers. Rams pulled it out. That was, in my eyes and in my opinion, easy, assumption. I seen the Panthers put up a tough game, and they did. They really, they came through. They took it to the Rams for a good minute. It took everything that the Rams had to pull that win out by a field goal. It ended up being 34-31. They took it on a road game in the playoffs in Wild Card Week. Very impressive. What were your thoughts on that game? Did you watch it at all?
No, but I followed it. And I thought the Panthers were going to pull it out. I was like, oh, shoot, look at the Panthers doing something, making some noise in the playoffs. But then they did what the NFC South does. And, same thing Tampa Bay did to the Commanders last season, right? Lose. Unfortunately, and they just couldn't pull it out. It was a really good game. I think they look really promising going into next season, honestly, and showing that they can hang with who, I mean, many are saying, are like the highest scoring offense between the Rams and the Seahawks, right now. So it's crazy. Matthew Stafford hurt his finger. What was it? His like first finger, pointer finger, or whatever.
Yeah, I think it was his index on his throwing hand. That's the important part. Is on his throwing hand. It shifted the whole way the game ran, really honestly, because up to that point, the Rams were really holding it down. They're scoring on every possession. They're taking the ball down the field. And the second that play happened where you could see he visibly was in pain, he hit it extremely well. It heavily affected him statistically, though.
Jalen Coker, though, man, 134 receiving yards. That's super promising for Carolina. If they can take and they can put a line in front of Bryce Young, man, and maybe get somebody in that tight end spot. They need to get a little bit younger tight end. I don't know who their tight end is or who they have, but if they can get a superstar tight end, there's some tight ends in this draft coming up too. I don't know, man. Carolina, we'll probably see them back. They'll probably be a repeat in the NFC South, honestly. But the NFC South is crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, I believe their tight end is Tommy Tremble.
Tommy Tremble, they just drafted him last season.
Yeah, definitely.
Tommy Tremble.
Yeah, which he looks really good. There's a couple of really good tight ends that came out of last year that are making some deep runs. We also have I can't remember his first name, but last name Loveland for the Bears. He's tight end over there. Yeah, he's looking real good too himself, honestly.
Yeah, and then tight ends in general, Trey McBride, was number 2 in receiving yards. So that's overall. That's over. Our receptions, that's over Jamar Chase, over, I think the only person he was on there was Puka Nacua, right? So
yeah, I think we're just kind of shifting into an era where, we've seen the whole era of quarterbacks and that position changing, where they're becoming more hybrid and being utilized to run the ball a lot more too. And I think we're seeing that shift with tight ends, where we're seeing these real hybrid tight ends where they're big, but they're lean and they're quick, where they can almost be utilized as a wide receiver, a slot receiver from that tight end position, which is crazy.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. And it's kind of cool. And then the thing too, because you have these tight ends that most of them honestly have been playing tight end for the past 3-4 years in college and high school and building for this moment. So not only are they built like tight ends, right, and then they're able to run those routes from slot, they're able to move like running backs and wide receivers and have those quick twitches. So I mean, they just kind of overpower players, right? You just got pretty much Gronk's and Kelsey's being pushed out nowadays. So that's what we're seeing, when usually it was like 1 or 2, or like you said, we're seeing there's a couple from last year's draft. There's like 2 or 3 from the draft before with Brock Bowers. There's a few from the draft before that with Laporta. You know what I mean? Like we are seeing that tight end. Is it a transition or is it a resurgence? Because I mean, the tight end's always been around.
Right. Yeah. And I think resurgence is a good word for it, for sure. Because, I mean, you even look at back to like even the Broncos in the late 90s, early 2000s, you had Shannon Sharp,
Yeah.
When he played for the Broncos and he played for the Ravens, he was dominant, and he was not built like your typical tight end. He was the middle linebacker playing tight end with hands.
Even when we had Julius Thomas, right? He catching 11, 12 touchdowns and stuff, with 3 other receivers catching double-digit touchdowns. So yeah, man, tight end's always been that position, but it did kind of, we did see like 1 or 2 dominating for the past few years since Gronk, right? With Kelsey and then Kittle, and you just knew the names, and now it's like, shoot, any tight end can pop at any moment, man. Like, right, ready to go. So yeah, if they can build up Tremble, just to go back to the Carolina, I think they'll be good. So like, I don't know. This is the highest scoring game too, though. So
yeah, and the quarterback stats show for that. Really, I mean, it was how many times can we throw the ball for both of these quarterbacks? Really, you had Matthew Stafford at 24 and 42, and you had Bryce Young at 21 for 40 on catches and attempts, and it's just crazy to see those numbers. There's 82 pass attempts for both sides in one game. That's a crazy amount of attempts. So they were really just trying to get that ball down there. For the 21 passes that Bryce actually completed, it was highly effective. He was getting the ball down there, and especially with Coker. Coker was just all over the place. They could not find an answer for him.
And that's what I'm saying. Shout out to beautiful bearded bastards. Welcome back. Cannot wait for the games this weekend, today as well. That's what I mean. So them going through this crazy of a game, right? Matthew Stafford having surgery on his hand throughout the week. How are they going to look going into Chicago? What is it, like negative, like I don't know, it's like negative 3,000 degrees. I'm pretty sure I saw that somewhere. It's facts. It's fact check me, guys. Negative 3,000 degrees. You know, could we see the Bears make it to Super Bowl?
There's a high possibility we're going to see them in that conference championship. You know, the Rams, they've done everything they can. It's how much gas do they have left in the tank, as opposed to the other side with the Bears. They are young, they're ready to go. They have, you know, that youth on their side where, I mean, I think they can go. They have the longevity to really make a run for it, and it's up to the Rams to come up with a game plan to stop them.
Douglas, what's a baseball trivia question? I don't know nothing about baseball.
I would love a baseball trivia question.
Hit it. Bring it in.
Yeah, well, I get it? No,
but right? So yeah, moving on to that Packers-Bears game. Did you catch that game?
Yeah, bits and pieces. I did chime in between when I was available to, you know, switch it out and watch this game up. It was, from what I saw, very interesting, honestly. I mean, there was a late Packers kind of run to see if they can pull it off, and the Bears just really held their own. I didn't expect to see this out of the Bears this early, honestly. I felt like they were still in a rebuild phase. They're still trying to figure out how to utilize Caleb Williams, and, you know, it seems like all the right pieces found the right place at the right time.
Yeah. I mean, just coming off that Dan Campbell tree, right? Liam Cohen, he knew what pieces he needed to get where he wanted to get at the right time, right? And unfortunately, he had to step over his old team to do it, right?
Right.
It's got to be hard being a Lions fan watching the Bears have this much success. But yeah, I mean, Williams was a number one pick. He makes, you know, he'll make some throws, man. And it's like, yep, he was. And he's probably still has a ways to go, but they definitely did what they needed to do to build that team around him as far as the offense goes. And gosh, man, it's cool to see it happening, right? You see, last year you saw, you know, Jaden Daniels and I think, and Bo Nix, they were the two quarterbacks from that draft in the playoffs. And then this year you're seeing three quarterbacks from that draft in the playoffs, and Drake May, Bo Nix, and Caleb Williams, you know. So some heavy hitters, man. The Bears, it is cool to see how quickly they got there, and it's interesting to see how long it lasts, right? Because I mean, this time last season they were still like halfway through the season they were tied for, you know, one in the division last year, and then they dropped off a cliff. So it's not like they were far off, but you know, still the Packers and the Lions are still there as well too. So it's still heavyweight fights all throughout. It's just cool to see that they're pulling out in this moment in time, and to see if they'll pull it off, right? Because that division usually doesn't. They'll get to about this point, they'll get to the divisional round, and then they'll fall. So
yeah,
I don't see them in the Super Bowl. It'd be an easy win for the Broncos.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. I feel like we would hold them off just through the experience we have, just because we do have that nice mixture of the sophomore seasons for some of these guys, but also all the way up to, you know, 5th, 6th year in the league already, where these guys have solid experience, as opposed to the Bears, where, you know, they are successful, they're young, they're doing great, but do they have the experience to hold off that pressure that's going to build to be in that big of a platform and on that big of a stage, which is the Super Bowl, you know? And it's controlling the tempos, it's controlling, it comes down to coaching 100%. And I have way more faith in our coach to go head to head with a lot of these teams that are still competing right now.
Right? No, that is true for sure. I mean, the 49ers they're a decent team, but I'm not afraid of them. Bills, oh man. Did you see the Bills and the Jaguars game?
I did. And that one was very interesting to watch, honestly, just because like it gave me a lot more confidence in with the Bills winning. You know, I was definitely concerned if Jacksonville pulled it off, they dominated that game, it was going to set up a pretty high pressure situation for the Broncos to, okay, well, we lost this just a few weeks ago to them and they just dominated the Bills. Now they're coming back here again where they just beat us a few weeks ago. Like, are we going to be able to pull this out this time around? And seeing the Bills kind of pick them apart meticulously, and seeing the Bills pull off the win, but not in any kind of dramatic fashion. It was a pullout. It was heavy rushing and passing game where it took everything in Josh Allen and Cook to really make this a W column for them. And they were capable of doing it, but I think, with only having 5 days to recover, flying out to high altitude, I have high confidence in the Broncos being able to pull it off against the Bills today.
Yes, sir. I'm right there with you. I am right there with you. Same as against, as I said about the Rams. It was just a hard game last week, right? It's the playoffs, right? So I expect it to be a hard game today as well, too. So I don't know. We proved 14 times, at least 11 times this season, that when it was a hard-fought game, we pull it out. And, those 2 of those times that we didn't, it was last second. Really, that Colts game, we should have won the Colts game. We really want to get into it, but it is what it was, right? You got to lose a couple.
Yeah, it was over. We lost by a leverage penalty, which gets called 1.4% of the times that it actually occurs,
Haven't seen it again.
Yeah, exactly. It was the one leverage call this entire season, if I'm not mistaken, honestly. And it altered that entire outcome of the game. And it was a devastating loss because, that was when we were playing like peak Colts, where they were just being looked at as very dominant. And it was what it was, and I think we learned a lot from that game, because that game going forward, we didn't lose one for 10 games. It took going to Jacksonville, coming into town and taking it to us and humbling us. But yeah, going back to the Bills, they have 14 players on injury reserve. So, that also is going to be a huge factor into how the outcome of this game turns out. Do the Bills have it in them to find that kind of depth to overcome the Broncos, or are the Broncos going to have a runaway win due to all these factors? And if we do win this, how many excuses are they still going to give us? The Broncos have been the underdogs this entire season, where everybody's looked down at them as fraud. And just being that fraudulent team that doesn't deserve the position they're in. They're the worst number 1 seed that the league has ever seen. Like, it just goes on and on for the criticism that the Broncos ever see this year, and this is just going to add to it. That everybody and their mom is going to come up with excuses of why they beat the Bills today. Oh, they had 14 people on injury reserve. They had an injured Josh Allen. They only had 5 days to recover.
I think Riley Moss is out.
Yeah, actually, I don't know that.
I think Riley Moss might be out. See, so he might have some people hurt too, right? But then still, they'll be like, "Whoa, it was this. They were tired and blah blah blah."
Yeah, and it's what the Broncos feed off of. We've been running off of that energy all year, and it's just up to the Broncos to once again prove everyone wrong and get in this AFC championship, secure their position.
Moss isn't hurt.
They just have to secure this position and make sure that, it's a statement to be made for next season, no matter how far we take this run.
Right, and then get ready for the Texans to come here.
Which we've already taken them once.
Foreshadowing. All right, all right, 49ers, Eagles. 49ers pulled out 23-19.
And I did this was another game I caught bits and pieces of, honestly. Was not impressed on either side, honestly. It was a really great value brand NFL wild card round game to me, in my opinion. It seems like it could have gone either way. It really could have. It was just who's going to mess up more.
Dang. It sounds like you're saying the Seahawks are just going to sweep the division.
Yeah.
Come in and
I think that's an easy
home, JSN.
And it's well deserved for the Seahawks. It takes nothing away from their performance and what they've accomplished. They didn't have an easy schedule. They dominated. They deserve the position they're in, and I could see them taking it the whole way for sure.
Yeah. Patriots, much like the rest of their season, had an easy go at it in the first round against the Chargers, who, quite frankly, I don't think they realized they were in the playoffs.
No, they treated this like a preseason game.
Yeah, I feel like like everybody gets on Josh Allen. What about Justin Herbert, man? Like, has he won a playoff game?
No, he has yet to win a playoff game. Justin Herbert went 19 for 31 on 159 yards and 6 sacks. It was a rough go for him, honestly. I don't know what it's going to take to fix Justin Herbert. It's just when that pressure is on, I don't know if it's the people that's surrounding him or if it's him himself. It really just seems like they just need to figure out their offensive line. I think their whole draft needs to be dedicated to trading out for experienced offensive line or drafting in strong new ones.
Damn, we gotta do some basketball talk. I just noticed your Sandlot shirt. Yeah, no, that is true. Man. Do you think is Drake May gonna win the MVP?
I think because it's all based off a regular season. I don't think he does. I think it's going to stay with Stafford because he did have such a strong regular season.
What about Josh Allen?
I don't see him having a repeat. He really didn't have the numbers he had to take the title last year. He really had a kind of slap together season. It took a really strong last 5 games of their season run for them to get to where they're at and look as good as they have actually looked, surprisingly, with how this season started. It started off a little bit strong, then it really looked rough for the Bills, and then they picked it up at the end just to make it to their position they're in now, which takes nothing away from them. Take no credit away from them. Still a great team. They're just missing too many pieces. They have too many injuries for Josh Allen to put up the numbers that he had in his MVP season last year.
So why not Drake May?
I mean, he has a good statistical board to have the legitimacy to say that he is an MVP contender. I just don't think it's too early for him. It would be impressive for him to get it. I wouldn't be surprised if he got it. I just don't think he had the impressive season Stafford has had. The amount of experience Stafford has had. What other quarterback have you seen in the NFL in ever, honestly, had the immaculate accuracy that Stafford has on his no-look passes? When I see some of the highlights from Matthew Stafford with his no-look passes, it's just unbelievable that a human being can do that accurately. And those things can't be overlooked when you look at those kind of skill sets that he carries.
Okay. So you're saying that the Rams are going to beat the Bears?
In my opinion, I think the Bears are going to take it because the Rams are also a beat-up team. They got beat up and beat on. The Rams have it in them, absolutely. But I see the Bears taking this one just due to having the longevity in terms of energy and consistency that they've had lately. If they bring what they've been bringing to these games, I see the Bears taking it. If experience prevails, then, the Rams, they can handle the pressure. So it can really go either way, but I do see the Bears holding out a little longer and staying consistent just enough.
Right. Okay. Texans, Steelers. We all knew Texans were going to take this one.
Yeah.
Steelers, you see Mike Tomlin steps down. The whole team stepped down. They're not even a team anymore.
After 19 seasons, and they've had they've had 3 head coaches in the past, 5 decades,
like
something
1978 or something like that.
Something crazy. Yeah.
So we will find out the answer to the age-old question. If, in fact, once you go black, can you go back? right? No, but Mike Tomlin never having a losing season, probably taking the year off or whatever off. I would just he's earned enough to just retire and not do anything else for the rest of his life, honestly. But he'll probably go into like announcing, or he'll probably do some podcast that has 10,000 fans in the first minute. So either way, I don't think I wouldn't go back to coaching. Why would you? Look at Bill Belichick, try to go to college and look at him now. Losing. Just losing.
There's no point in staining the legacy that he has built.
No, like if once you hang it up, just hang it up. Honestly, just go. Just go. But
exactly.
He'll probably come back and try to coach someone. Someone will probably offer him like a $1 billion contract or something for 10 years.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, this game came as no surprise, and the Texans had the most dominant game of the week for any of the matchups in terms of just pure efficiency. I mean, CJ Stroud went 21 for 32 on 1 touchdown, did have a pick and had 3 sacks, but that really didn't alter or affect the game in any sense or way. If you see some of those turnovers, it was pretty much just him. And that's, I think, where, the Broncos have a good chance, and if they carry against the Bills this week and they go up against Texans, we're very good at exposing those errors that they make, and the errors they make are very simple. CJ Stroud will hold the ball longer than he should in moments that he can find nobody open. Mm-hmm. And that's something that the Broncos thrive in. They love when the quarterback holds the ball longer than they're supposed to. It's rough on a Broncos defense when the quarterback's getting the ball out in under 3 seconds.
Well, that's rough on any defense when the quarterback's getting the ball out under
Absolutely.
3 seconds.
Absolutely.
But definitely, especially like, well, I don't know. We're a bit of a hybrid defense too, man. Vance Joseph is a genius in that defense, man. Just some of the plays that they call, and so many plays that look the same that are so totally different in 18 different ways. Honestly, like I think it confuses the majority of the quarterbacks in the league, no matter who it is. So even if you are getting the ball out quick, I think Vance Joseph, I think it's all about adjustments. Same thing going into today. It'll be all about adjustments against the Bills, like just being able to see where it is and where it's coming from and being able to stop that, whether it's James Cook or whether it's Khalil Shakir, catching screen passes, just being able to figure out where it's going, where it's headed, and then shutting that down and making Josh Allen become Superman, because he's gonna step into his phone booth and take off his cape, you know what I mean, or put his cape on. But it's just making him do it sooner than later, so he's exhausted at the end of the game. I think that's the goal right there.
Right, exactly. That's where the Broncos have a super coincidental defense design in comparison to the 2015 Broncos, where in the 2015 Broncos, we had Von Miller on one side and DeMarcus Ware on the other. You had these guys who just pinch pressure. And we have that with the Broncos now. We have Jonathan Cooper and Nick Benito on each side, where you don't know who's getting through, but one of them are getting through. Which side are you going to rely on,
Mm-hmm.
As a quarterback, that's very rough to predict and have to play off of.
Who would you rather have on your team, a 2015 Von Miller or a 2025 Myles Garrett?
Oh, Myles Garrett. I'd say Myles.
Dang. I don't know.
Yeah, I love me some Von Miller, but at the same time, Myles
Garrett is a beast. Von Miller was a beast then too, though. I think you have to really go back and watch Von Miller and then think about it. Not nowadays, Von.
Yeah, very true. Myles Garrett is just, his build is scary. I mean, that man.
I know his build is scary, but Von wrecked games, literally wrecked games. Literally saw it in the Super Bowl. He won the Super Bowl single-handedly. So, I mean, so Myles Garrett carries his team and his defense that far. I don't think I'd put him over.
Yeah, and that's another coincidence there is that we have one of the best defenses, one of the best edge rushing defenses going into this against a reigning quarterback MVP.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's it. I mean, let him run. Let him run the first and second quarter. Let him get those yards, and then to get those legs tired. Hit those legs. Like that's what I do in UFC whenever I play UFC, right? I can't do any moves, so I just attack those legs, and chop them down, right?
Yeah.
Like,
And that's where that secondary comes into play because, I mean, there's no fatigue when it comes to Hufanga and Greenlaw. I mean, you see, even when you have Stranad out there, and there's just no fatigue in these guys. They're used and they're acclimated to this high altitude. They're used to it. They have that consistency, that energy level. They're ready to go. So if they break through, if you get him running and all that, he's going to pick up a few yards and then, slide it out before he gets, his head taken off by Hufanga.
right? Dang, I find a tailgate. She got a tailgate downtown. It's gonna be hype downtown.
Yeah, the stadium's already popping. Yeah, the stadium's already popping. They just opened all the lots at Broncos Stadium 11 minutes ago at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. The C lot was open since 8 a.m. and it's started to pick up heavy already. There's a lot of people out there tailgating. Game starts at 2:30 today, so it is a very poppin' day in the city right now.
Right? We ain't had a game like this since 2015. Right? We were the 1 seed in the West.
Yeah, I think the most exciting game that I had ever been a part of was when the Broncos won the AFC Championship game here in Denver at the same stadium against the New England Patriots.
To
make it to Super Bowl 48. And it was a tough fought game, and the Broncos pulled it off. What was that?
Was it snowing?
It was. It was very cold. It was very cold. It was snowing. It was
snowing. I worked that game. I worked a lot in that game, man. They're Patriots fans. They brought confetti from their Super Bowl win. They're all hype spreading around. So maybe I'm too hype about the Broncos right now. Maybe I need to tone it down. Get a little humble and understand the opponent that we're going up against, which is a Josh Allen. I mean, let's be real. It's Josh Allen and James Cook. That's what we're going up against because James Cook can get 259 yards in a heartbeat on us, quite honestly. So we can't let that happen.
And that's where I'm grateful for the Panthers and them really dominating us in that game a few weeks ago, as it really humbled the Broncos. I wouldn't put it past the Broncos they had their heart set and their game plan set on playing the Panthers today, which is not a bad thing to do when you're going up against the Bills, who, in my opinion, is going to be easier for the Broncos.
Yeah. We'll see, man. Oh, you mean the Jaguars?
Yeah, the Jaguars. I caught myself. The Jaguars, not the Panthers.
I was like, we saw the Panthers. They would have been in the Super Bowl. They ain't never going. Anyway. I think they were, and I think a lot of Broncos. I know myself. I was looking to go against the Jaguars as well, but maybe it's a blessing in disguise to not go up against the Jaguars. They were a high octane, potent offense. So we saw it. It came down to the wire, man. They came down to a Hail Mary in the Bills game. So it's not like they just got dominated by the Bills. And it's not like the Bills just dominated. So, man, I'm excited for this game today. You know what I mean? Like, Sean Payton said it, you first got to win the division, then you got to win the West or the AFC, and then you win the championship, right? So, we got the division. Now we got 2 more games left.
We had both number 1 seeds proving themselves today. Both number 1 seeds are going up. We have the 2:30 Broncos game. We have the 6 o'clock Seahawks game.
Yeah, that's so crazy. They're just like, it's either going to be upsets or it's going to be, well, we knew.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
And I think this time tomorrow, looking at the Texans and Patriots and then Rams and Bears game, we're going to wake up and we're going to have a better idea of how things are going to look for sure. But I have no concerns. I'm pretty sure both number 1 teams got this game today on lock.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm pretty sure. I feel like the Texans are going to take it, and I feel like the Bears are going to take it.
Yeah, 100%. I think that it's going to be 2. I think 1 is going to be an upset because the Rams and Bears, it really can go either way. I think it's going to lean towards the Bears, but it really is kind of a dead even matchup as opposed to the Patriots-Texans. If the Texans take it tomorrow, that is going to be a genuine upset for those Patriots. Those Patriots are sold that they're the best team under the sun.
Yeah, but the Texans, man, they've been knocking at this point for the past few years. They've been getting right here and just falling down, getting right here and falling down. Now they're not playing the Ravens, right? They're not playing, they're not having to overcome Lamar. They're playing the Patriots, Lamar 2.9 in Drake May, right? Like,
Right. And I
be a
think
good game.
this is gonna be the toughest matchup the Patriots have seen all year.
All season because they didn't play the Broncos.
No, and then they haven't played a high-powered defense all season. And when you look at the numbers, it's the Broncos and the Texans. Those are the two top defenses in the league.
Yeah. Broncos. Let's go. 2:30 p.m. today, Denver time. Where can you watch the game? CBS and is that Paramount?
It's going to be Fubo, Hulu TV, NFL Plus, Paramount Plus, YouTube TV, and if you're local, it'll be, I believe, on CBS.
On CBS, our Channel 9, if you're local, because they always play all the games on Channel 9.
Yeah, correct. And it'll be that's the beautiful part about the playoffs is that there's no other games competing with viewership right now, so it's pretty much publicly aired across the nation, whatever game it is.
Yeah, I know. I was like, wait, they're gonna do national championship? And they're like, no, national championship is Monday. They're waiting. They know what's up.
Yeah, they ain't trying to compete with the NFL.
They ain't trying to compete with the NFL at all. They get numbers. Trust me, national championship out to pull in views for sure. Who's in the national championship? Indiana and Miami. Oh gosh, it's like the two most opposite of teams you could think of to be in the championship right now. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and I guess since we're on the subject, what's your prediction on the national championship game?
Miami is going to lose. Indiana is about to score 110. They almost got there against Oregon.
I'm not a Miami fan, but I got to give it up to them, man. To be the 10th seed to make it to the championship, I mean...
Yeah. Imagine being Georgia.
Top 10 ranked team in the nation, and they are playing number 1 overall. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Imagine being Georgia. Watching your quarterback make it to the national championship after you said he didn't have it in him to make it back to the national championship. Dang.
Right.
Crazy how stuff plays out.
Yeah.
Drama.
Yeah, and I see a lot of crazy things happening in this game, but I see Indiana taking this game overall.
Clutch with Chucky says hopefully Miami wins. I would have never guessed they'd make it. Yeah. Like Statik was saying, no one. Everybody's counting Miami out the whole time the way they're counting out the Broncos. But you know what? Just when you think they're underdogs, like Bo Nick said,
they're the overdogs. Yeah,
so
Fernando Mendoza, amazing season.
Amazing season. Is he coming back? He's coming back too. No, he's going to the draft.
He's going to declare for the draft. The really crazy news out of college football was that, and there's a lot of speculation behind this decision, but more out of team does he play for? Oregon is returning, even though that they just landed Nebraska's Patrick Mahomes 2.0. He entered the transfer portal and he's going to Oregon, but more opted to stay in CFL for another year, college football for another year. And a lot of people are saying it's because he didn't want to get drafted to the Raiders.
Dang.
Or not the Raiders. Who was the number 2 pick? Who was the number 2 pick? He didn't want to go. Yeah, he didn't want to be a Jet. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah. So Diego Paviola or whatever, he's going to be a Jet, which he should be a Jet. He deserves to be a Jet.
It lines up. It makes sense. And so, I mean, he just really didn't want to be a Jet. So he's like, I'll just play another year. So,
and watch next year, he's still going to be a Jet because they're going to have the same exact pick. Pretty wild.
Right. You're not wrong there at all.
Georgia got beat by Ole Miss. It's all about the Gators, man. We're coming back and claiming our throne next season.
And I don't know how college football works and with the transfer portal and all that, but I don't know if there is that option. But I mean, Dylan Raiola making the move over to there just to be the second to the backup to Dante Moore. I don't. If he can enter it again and move again, I can see it happening.
Or he can go there and prove his mettle and beat out old boy and take his spot. Then what can anybody say, right?
It
could be, but he won't do that.
And that would be something you would see typically, like that would be like the whole who were the two quarterbacks that dealt with it? With Jalen Hurts, and who was the backup to Jalen Hurts? It could be that whole situation where they bench Dante Moore for whatever reason, and then you see Raiola go out there and shine.
Then you see Dante request an extra year of eligibility, and he transfers over to Oklahoma.
Right.
And the rest is history. I mean, that's how it should be, but it won't be. All right. So yeah, Bills, Broncos. You predict Broncos. I predict Broncos. What's the score?
I'm gonna go with 21-10.
21-10. Dang, that's wild. I like it. Yeah, I do think we need to keep at least 2 scores ahead of the Bills. We can't just be 1 score ahead of the Bills for sure. I like that. I am gonna go 38-13. I'm just gonna dominate these. I'm tired of these Bills, man. Let's just go ahead and smash their face in the dirt. So they go ahead and disband the team. Josh Allen requests a trade so we can see Josh Allen go to the Raiders, and then he come over and get beat even more. He wants to really play like that. You know what I mean?
Right. See him twice a year?
No, I don't want to see him go there. Maybe he can go to like the Colts, or maybe he won't. He'll probably leave the AFC though, right? So he'll probably go to like, but he's a quarterback. Dang, just make a trade with the Lions.
I can see the Giants being a possibility. A Jackson Dart for Josh Allen trade with a pick on top of it.
Dang. Either way, I
could also see with Pittsburgh and how much they're going through, with no guarantee of Rodgers returning with Tomlin out.
Right.
Them making a push for Josh Allen too, being Ben Roethlisberger 2.0.
Oh shoot. I don't know if he'd do that. Go where the money is, though, I guess.
Exactly. They're going to have the salary cap for it, which also the Broncos are going to have an absurd salary cap this next upcoming year, which is crazy with the players we have, the contracts they're on. We still have many players on their rookie contracts, their rookie minimums. And we're finally done officially with Russell Wilson's contract after this year. So we have so much more money to spend this next year.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get it. Let's bow. Let's bow. Let's bow. Let's bow. Let's bow.
And then moving to that 6 p.m. game, we got 49ers at Seattle Seahawks.
Yes.
Who do you got taking this game?
Call it what it is. Beach Pigeons. I got the Beach Pigeons winning this game and just smashing the 49ers head into the dirt. No George Kittle. It's going to be hard to move that ball around.
I agree. What do you think the score is going to be on this game?
On this game, oh man, it's going to be a high flying, high scoring 21-17.
21-17. I got this game with the Seahawks 34-13.
Dang, a blowout?
Yeah, it's pretty close to your last prediction. I got them capping out at 34 and taking their foot off the gas, so they're not just embarrassing the 49ers, but the 49ers missing an extra point on 2 scores. And nothing more.
Damn. All right. Rams at the Bears. Actually, no. That's a late game.
Yeah.
Texans at the Pats.
Which it's weird how they came up with that, and I get it, time zones and whatnot, but tomorrow's games are definitely different. Where the tomorrow game is 1 p.m. for the early game and 4:30 for the late game. But yeah, Texans and Pats at 1 p.m. Who do you got taking that game?
The Texans. And I predict they're going to do it again in suffocating fashion. Only the Patriots got Drake May, so it's going to be like 30-28.
Okay. I will make it interesting, and I'm going to say that the Pats take this game.
Oh, this
And
guy.
I'm going to go with the Pats outscoring them 24-19.
Dang, I could see it though.
And then moving into that 4:30 game, we have the divisional round finale with the LA Rams going to Chicago Bears.
The Bears. That's what I'm going for too. The Bears.
Okay. And what do you have that score at?
17-10.
Okay, I also have the Bears on this game, and I think they're going to take this game 19-17.
Right? It's cold. Man,
Yeah.
you ever got hit in pads when it's cold? It's not fun.
Yeah. No, it stings. It stings.
It stings, and Matt Stafford's fingers already hurting and stuff. And I know they got Puka.
That arthritis is going to kick in.
Yeah, is Devontae playing? Didn't he get a concussion last week?
He did. I think he is still undecided.
This is AJ Brown reportedly requested a trade multiple times during the season, dating back to as early as week 3.
Yeah, and Devontae Adams actually is cleared to play.
Is he? Okay, so might be a barn burner, as some would say.
Yeah, and
barn burner.
It all really depends on it puts a lot. It puts everything, not even a lot or any amount. It puts everything on Matthew Stafford's shoulders to win this game if he does.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see, man. It's gonna be a shootout. I tell you what, I would take Matthew Stafford over Caleb Williams for sure. But at the same time, like, comes down a lot more than just Matthew Stafford versus Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
But I would take Puka over DJ Moore.
Absolutely. He is the undeniable X factor in any game he plays where, I mean, you just cannot contain this man. That the ball's anywhere near him, you could expect him to come down with it 95, 98% of the time.
Yeah. And same thing with Devontae. They got the surest hands in the league. Their duo, for sure.
Indeed, so for sure.
And then running backs, you think they got a better running back? I mean, Chicago's been running the ball a little better, but
what's that one dude's name? There's one dude that I picked up at the end of the year in the fantasy league where he actually impressed me. Was it Monongai?
Mononga. I think he's still going off.
He didn't have an exceptional game last week, but he has been really stepping up in moments where Swift just isn't hitting. And while we're on the subject, congratulations for being our champion this year in the league.
Yeah, boy. It was hard fought. You know what I mean? It's the hardest league I think I'm in. So it was cool to pull it out.
Yeah.
Man, came through clutch, man. I got some angels on my side, I think, because some of those games, I think, just my opponent, they just did not hit their numbers. That's what it was.
Who was your MVP this year for you on your fantasy league team?
Oh man, my MVP on my fantasy league team. That's a good question. Let me find my team really quick. I'd have to say off the top of my head, it was not Baker Mayfield. That's for sure. But shoot, probably Gibbs, probably Jahmyr Gibbs. Chase Brown came in a close second because he started heating up halfway through the season. But Jahmyr Gibbs was pretty much more consistent. Will Lutz did pretty decent for me too. Honestly, I think my team overall was just decent. But I'd have to say Jahmyr Gibbs was the most consistent.
What I could say from being last year's champion of it is just be ready for that last pick next year with how many people we got in our league. I did better than I thought I was going to do for the people that were available to me in those last picks. I mean, I got the rotation of last pick, first pick. But then, there's 24 people that get to pick before I get my next pick after I get that first pick next round. It really dictated how I had to pick my players, and it made it very difficult for me. I was surprised I did as well as I did. I think I came in like overall 8th out of the 12 people in our league, which I was certain getting the last pick I was going to be 10 to 12.
Yeah. No, you're 8th. Yeah, you came in 8th. It's gonna be fun to see what next season holds, especially as we evolve the league a bit more and see if we change anything too. But I did pretty good across the board. I didn't make the playoffs in my league either, my other league. So to make it in this one, I think really helped. To win, really helped out. But that was fun. It was a fun season. Next season, I think I'm anxious for the last pick though, because I'll be looking for those sleepers, those players that no one wants. I had like the Cortland Suttons. I had like I said, the Baker Mayfields, the Jared Goffs, the Chase Browns, the people nobody really wanted. You know what I mean? So I'm here for it. I'm gonna take them. I just want to find the ones that get the production, because that's what it's about in our league, is the ones that get the production. It doesn't matter if they're a star or not, honestly, because the stars don't always get that production.
Yeah. And I got 4th place in my other league and 8th place in this league. So it's better than last place in any league.
Right, exactly. I think I was second to last in my dynasty league, which is cool because I get second pick, right, in the draft. So that helps. But I was second in this no bench league we did. And then I was so I was like I was first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then 11th. So it was fun. It was fun. Next season coming back with the vengeance. Probably won't do as many leagues. Try to focus on the ones, and then we're planning on doing like a show with the league too. So hopefully get a league built out for that, or just use the Shady Sports League or one of the two, and then just go from there.
Yeah, definitely.
But back to this. Did we do all the games? Yeah.
Yeah. We got Denver, both of us taking that one. Seattle, both of us taking Seattle. You have the Texans and I have the Pats. And then we both picked the Bears.
The Bears. Besides the Broncos game, which game are you looking forward to?
I'd have to honestly go with that Texans-Pats game. I mean, I think that's going to be the second most interesting game out of all the matchups. The Rams and Bears will be a close one. I think it'll be fun, but I think it'll be kind of hard. As we know, with those colder games, they typically aren't as I would say, entertaining, I guess, just because it's more slow pace. It's more drop passes. It's more can't even add all things, but it's just a slowed down game. It's a slowed down game.
Yeah.
With the Texans and Patriots, I can see that being, a shootout no matter the weather.
Okay. I'm here for all of yeah. I think that'll be a good one for sure. And I mean, hopefully looking forward to see who we're playing. Hopefully. I think that's the goal.
Right.
Yeah. But I think they'll all be good games. Like you said, those other ones have potential to be a little bit lower score and lower pace, slower pace. We think they're going to be a slugfest shootout, and then it just turn into a 2 yards here, 5 yards here, dink and dunk. So.
Yeah, in that 49ers Seattle game, I just see that being a blowout from the start where it's just not that fun to watch, honestly, where, I mean, we know where it's going. We're going to see it happening in real time, and it's going to be one of those ones where it's like, I mean, is this worth watching when we know the outcome?
Yeah, right. I think, Seahawks are going to take that one easily, for sure. Well, shoot. Let's take a little promo break. Take about a minute or two really quick. And then come back and talk maybe a little bit of basketball, maybe talk some music.
Yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I like it.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. There we go. Guys, tune in. You're watching the Bus Stop over here on Shady Sports Network. Don't forget to head over to our YouTube channel if you aren't on there already and hit that like button, subscribe button, or wherever you are, hit that like button and subscribe button because we're on all the social media networks under Shady Sports Network. So thanks for rocking with us. Keep rocking with us. We're going to step away for a minute and we'll be right back.
Cool McCain.
You thought you wanted Gunther against Chad Gable, but you didn't. And I'm going to tell you why. Chad Gable would take everything that Gunther's done and bury it.
The Playmaker.
It was on site. AJ Styles walked out there, seen LA like, oh, okay, then we LA Knight hopped out the car, let's go.
Break down everything in TNA, AEW, and all of the WWE programming. Join these two kings, monarchs of wrestling, live every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central on the Play Caller Sports Talk YouTube channel.
Yo. All right, we back. Yeah, man, Nuggets are number 2 right now, aren't they?
They found a number 3 with Wemby or with a Spurs win. So they have the tiebreaker over us that put them in the 2 spot, but we have the same record.
I like it. Timberwolves climbing too.
Yeah, they're moving up quick. That's what I was talking about earlier, man. Is this the Western Conference 1 through 5 is so volatile right now, honestly, in terms of a loss changes everything. A loss changes so much in a matter of a game, in a matter of a day, in a matter of back-to-back games. It's nuts right now. Eastern Conference is a little spread out. There's 3 teams that all kind of have similar wins, different losses that kind of define their positioning on their standings, but the Western Conference is just a shootout right now, really.
So I heard the Grizzlies were asking for a first and a young player for Ja. Would you trade Christian Brown and a pick for Ja?
Depending on what the money looks like, how much he's wanting, it would shed a lot of money off of our cap because we did give Christian Brown a big contract recently. If the money's right, absolutely, I would.
I'd love to see Ja over here in a Nuggets jersey.
Yeah, definitely. I think he would like playing here as well. I think he'd like the atmosphere. He would like not having to be leaned on as the leader from the bench so much when he's just surrounded by leaders. I mean, we have one defined leader in Jokic, but you have so many experienced players with Denver on that roster that it would just change the entire atmosphere for him, environment, and his ability to be not so relied on.
He could be a 2 like a younger James Harden or like a younger Russ. I guess Russ was more of a 1. Well, was always a 1. But I think him and Murray could interchange, though, between a 1 and a 2. And just I think we see some pretty cool lineups. But probably will never see that happen. We could use a dog like him, especially to go up against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I could see him really sticking in the East and going to somewhere crazy like the Bucks or something random.
The Bucks are like Atlanta.
Yeah,
I think they got
Atlanta needs something. Atlanta needs something right now.
Yeah. I really don't have nothing on basketball though besides that. It's like, oh yeah, that's all. They got the Ja trade. You know what I'm saying? They're saying the Lakers were looking at it, so that would suck if the Lakers made that trade over the Nuggets, because that would just help them out.
And the Nuggets are having this nice mixture right now with Jokic's injury of a little bit of luck playing into it and a little bit of skills coming into it. Where some of these teams, it should be a direct shootout or a repeat, and we're coming out on top. Like with the Mavericks, last time they came here, we had Jokic healthy and we lost. We just played them January 14th, like 3 days ago. We had a couple of days off, and we took it to them in Dallas, 118-109, and that was without Jokic. And they performed. That was the skills game. The luck game kind of being against the Bucks. You know, the Bucks are a tough team to play, and it came down to the last wire where we really had luck on our side with hitting the last final shots that put us up forward to win that game.
We got Cam Johnson and Valanciunas finally back practicing. The Joker's back practicing, man. It's a good time for the Nuggets to be getting hot as we start getting players back.
Yeah, and I really liked the going through this injury situation with all our starters because it really gave, even if Adelman is or isn't making the calls on who lineups should look like, it gave him a better understanding of what he has available to him and what they're able to do. It really opened up the bench to show what they could do. Pickett's been looking really good. Swatson has just blown me away this season, and he stepped into that role that I said at the beginning of the season we needed to see from him.
He's been stepping into that 3 and that 4 role easily.
Yeah.
Not so bad if Aaron Gordon, moves on or something. I feel confident moving on to Peyton Swatson for sure.
Absolutely.
Jamal Murray had 52 the other night. Come on, this dude's an all-star for sure this year.
He has to be. It's crazy to think he's never been an all-star.
Yeah.
Even in our championship year, when final shots came down to Jamal, where it decided if we were gonna have to go to game sevens and this and that, he kept us out of those game seven situations. He really helped with the sweeping of the Lakers and making that whole rivalry resurgence between us and the Lakers, where they hate coming here.
Playoff Murray. Playoff Murray. It's playoff. Let's go. Let's build it back up and let's go.
Yeah, and everyone's starting to, not everyone, but some teams are really starting to figure out OKC.
Yeah.
That's what I'm happy about is that, I mean, we stopped hearing about OKC being so good because they're free throw merchants.
Yeah. Teams are starting to play to those strengths. Like, let them get those easy points.
Yep. Just don't give them the +1.
Slow that down. You slow them down.
Absolutely, for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's really I don't have too much on basketball either, honestly.
No.
Just really touching on the Nuggets and what they're doing, and just how everything's been looking. On the Western Conference side, OKC is still 35-7, which is great. I mean, they're doing what everyone expected them to do as the defending champions. Spurs and Nuggets right on their tail, both with the same record of 28 wins, 13 losses.
Nice.
So we're not far behind them by any means. I mean, it's a matter of a week worth of games can change the whole dynamic of 1 through 3.
Yeah. And then on the East, I mean, hey, MPJ just had the game winner for the Nets the other night against Chicago. So that puts them at a whopping 12-27.
Yeah, I mean, you could expect, MVP calls for MPJ.
Right?
I saw a very funny article about how he is having an all-star year himself.
Sure.
Sure, I guess. I mean,
Right.
if you're trying to pick like the best of the worst, sure.
There's a difference when you have to and when you're doing it. Murray doesn't have to. Well, he has to now with Joker out for sure. But MPJ has to be the top scorer over there, or there'd be no wins. They'd have no wins. Those 12 wins, he had to grind those out. So
yeah, he was doing double doubles, if not triple doubles, to secure those 12 wins.
Yeah,
which is something that we've never asked from him or needed from him.
Did not need. So.
Yeah, and on the East side, we have the Pistons looking strong at 29-10. Pretty impressive, to be honest. They're only 3 losses behind the Thunder when it comes to conference. So I am impressed about the Pistons' streaks and how they're performing right now. They're going to be the first team to 30 wins on the Eastern Conference side for sure. And then you got Celtics right behind them. Celtics out of left field, kind of coming back. At the beginning of the season, when we started talking basketball heavily, they were sitting where the Bucks currently are in that 10-11 spot, So it's nice to see the Celtics trying to make a run and hit that stride and be consistent again. Then you got the Knicks, who I assume are really just kind of always be in that top 3 positions up there. So I think the Eastern Conference is really starting to show who is going to be where. Finally, it only took a quarter of the season to figure it out, but I feel like it's pretty confident to say that the top 5s in the East are mostly there. 5 and 6 being Magic at 5, Cavaliers at 6, and that could be changed very easily just from a loss and a win. But it's a matter of consistency and skill sets and experience under the pressure. I didn't expect the 76ers to be in the top 10, but here we are at number 7 with the Sixers. We just beat them not too long ago when they came here, so I never really kind of see the East as a competition when it comes to like the conferences. I always see the West as the best.
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty on par though, as far as for the most part, especially with Detroit over there. They're hanging tight with the West this season.
They are. definitely, and Celtics, they're looking real solid. But those two teams are looking as solid as our top 6 teams in the West.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so
That's usually how it is about that. Yeah, it feels like it's about that. But yeah, no. Yeah. Hopefully, once we get the Joker back, we see the Nuggets go back and claim that spot. OKC doesn't, like you said. It seems like people are starting to figure them out. And the Spurs are the true problem, man. Bald Wemby is, a problem for the league. So hopefully, we don't have to face that guy in the playoffs. When you want
Right.
somebody to beat that guy, I'd rather face OKC. So, that's my opinion. Oh, what about music? Bumping my music. My music.
finally starting to see some real solid lineups coming out, new releases coming out for this new year. I expected to see them January 1st and everyone getting that full 365 days of streaming and whatnot. But here we are, through 3 weeks into the new year, and we're finally starting to get some good music coming out. One of the ones that I'm super thrilled about, highly anticipated for me as a big fan, is ASAP Rocky's new album. We took a listen to his most interesting song of the whole album that I found so far. I mean, he really rolled his album out in an interesting way where I would have assumed he would have picked a different couple of songs to roll out with listening to the album. The album overall is solid. I think it was it punk rocky is what we heard, punk rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was punk rocky.
It's something that is borderline not hip hop. It's just very odd from what I expected from him, and it's hands down probably my least favorite song on the whole album. Though I haven't listened to the entire album yet, but from the first, I'd say 5 or 6 tracks I've heard, I mean, it's a banger album.
Yeah. I think I caught some here and there.
Yeah, Helicopter has been out for a minute, and that's a very dope track. I love it. He has a skit on there. I honestly skipped. I didn't really listen to it, to be honest. Stole Your Flow. Stole Your Flow is a ballin' track. Love that track. Stay Here for Life was very interesting, slowed down, but dope. And then the last song I heard that I was really excited to hear about was Playa. And that track is featuring Thundercat, who I'm a big fan of.
Oh yeah, well, who's not a fan of Thundercat?
Yeah. A 6-string bass? How could you hate somebody who plays a 6-string bass,
Right. Don't hear nothing. Well, thought we. There we go. Turn the sound on.
She's pillow talking with the next nigga, though she bad. She just got a.
I like it. I like it. All the beats on it though hit though, even on punk rocky.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So is it gas or is it trash?
It's definitely gas from what I've gotten through so far. There's 17 tracks on the album. I've only gotten through the first 6, so I still got a ways to go, but super impressed, super happy. Glad to see ASAP Rocky back.
Noise.
Next on the list next we have on the list for a new release for this week is going to be NBA YoungBoy Slime Cry album. I know you like NBA. I think it's just his ties to Birdman. I'm not a big Birdman fan. I feel like he's corrupted the industry, and he put kind of a stain on Southern hip hop and put them in a weird bad light that I didn't like to see him in. He kind of ruined Cash Money. There was the whole beef with him and Lil Wayne. Like, I don't know. And I think that tie to NBA YoungBoy and Birdman just kind of makes me less appealing to, or makes NBA YoungBoy less appealing to me.
Oh, boo! No, I'm saying I hadn't even heard the album, so I couldn't tell you. Antisocial. Seems pretty, you know, in tune with the generation that likes yeah. You can definitely see like the Lil Wayne influences though.
Absolutely.
And his music. I'll listen to it next week. Tell you if it's gas or trash. This is the one I'm excited for. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and announce it.
We got drum rolls. J. Cole finally coming out with something.
Yeah, he's been working on it forever.
Yeah. And I think he really just wanted to come out with something that was Dreamville quality. You know, I mean, Dreamville's always been known for putting out hit after hit, smash after smash. You got JID that's came out of there, been holding it down for Dreamville while J. Cole has been working on this, really, honestly. Nobody else from Dreamville really coming up or putting out anything except for JID. And then finally, J. Cole, the leader of the squad, coming out with Diss to Track 2, which is out now.
And the album comes out February 6th.
Yeah.
Full album.
I see it.
And I'm probably just gonna play the whole track on this one.
Right.
Just an FYI.
Listen. I persevered through the worst. My thirst to adhere is a curse. My life, I see it in reverse. I first appeared in a hearse. The driver steered in the church.
So I guess he's been working on his album for the past 10 years.
To the altar as they burst in the tears from their shirts. The tears rise to the sides of their face and into their eyes is piercing with hurt. Fast forward 60 years, I got verse of the year. My purpose is clear as to murk. Whoever dare flirt with death, the best alive. And what you now hear is the work. The inspiration was rare and in spurts, but when it's there, I'm immersed. My experience of being a parent dispersed. Watching my son disappear as I stare at his birth. And he returns to the womb, like his stomach growing greater than girth. And then declining every time we come here to the nurse. With each day that passes, I can feel my career coming first. Do I? Took the wedding ring off her finger and now I'm single. Walking up the aisle backwards to an era of dirt. Falling clubs tipsy with a bitch I see clear through a skirt. The cameras be snapping, blogs be yapping, so I'm careful alert. Walking to my section, whisper right in my ear. We flirt, we part ways. I see her from a distance, she stares with a smirk. Cheers to the perks with the squad. We live for the search of new hoes. Lusty, quick to fuck me, unaware of they worth. We leave the club, drive to the show, and I swear that it's turf. It all begins with encore cheers from those wearing my merch. Fast forward through years of rehearsal, losing, winning, bank account thinning, income streams nowhere near as diverse. And though I'm blessed, I see me stressing from hearing the chirps of naysayers who only days later I don't care to convert. On cloud 9, now signed to my hero, one of the so-called kings of this rap thing that I swear to usurp. Decade later, mama cut on the cable. My motivation to be greater ends the moment I appear in a purse. I'm growing shorter, pampers cover my hindquarters. I watch my father walk back in my life and it clears up a hurt I couldn't explain. Mama gives me my name, then hands me over to the doctor and I watch as my spirit reverse. Then I'm no longer here on this earth.
Did he have a verse or a hook?
I'm no longer here on this earth.
Just one long ass verse.
That's how I see it.
Which is interesting. I can imagine that being more of like a interlude kind of track on the album itself. As you announced, it does come out in February of this year, so we're anticipating that coming out within the next few weeks from now. That album is going to be called The Fall Off. And there's speculation and hints from J. Cole himself that this could be a double album.
And it's going to be the last album.
Who knows? It might be. It might be. I don't. Maybe the. Yeah, it could just be kind of a Logic style last album where Everything
Right.
after that, just like a mixtape / single release.
Or a feature.
Right, exactly.
Donald Glover.
Yeah. Did you catch that subtle name drop on Jay-Z without saying Jay-Z?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so giving it up to the king, one of the kings of hip hop, as he said. But yeah, super excited for that. I mean, I'm a big J. Cole fan for sure as well. You know, I hated to see the legitimate fall off years ago with him, where I mean, he just wasn't putting out anything. He finally came out with something with Drake, and then it just sparked one of the biggest, most well known beefs in present hip hop history.
Yeah.
His only that was his only contribution to hip hop lately, was the biggest beef known to this.
I think still a lot more than that. You know, I think him bowing out showed a lot too.
It did, because obviously he was working on this album during that whole period as well, even before that period.
Mm-hmm.
And so it'll be exciting to see what this album looks like. I really want to see old J. Cole on this. I want to see some really like touching storylines and those songs that J. Cole is just known for that hit the charts quick.
Mm-hmm.
Then
give it a gas. That's a gas for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. I'd say that's a race fuel.
High
That's
octane.
Yeah, high octane race fuel right there.
It's just.
And then after that, we got, you know, another one probably from the same era. Both of these guys came up in the backpack rapper era, essentially. But it's nice to see, you know, this resurgence for these guys coming back up and putting some stuff out. This guy's never really gone away. He's kind of been consistent mostly, but it's nice to see him put out a full-length album. Curious to listen to it. I haven't taken a listen yet, but we got Wiz Khalifa dropping Chaotic, the album.
Mm-hmm. This is Head Money Trees Close.
I'ma just smoke some weed and have a good time. Rolly plain Jane, all yellow and my bitch is the same thing. Got her drinking champagne, rolling airplanes. Both chains look like water, she a mermaid. This ain't from the Ricky store, I don't wanna wait. 101, this the last one that they made. Foreign bitch in my wrist from the Ice Age. $500,000 that new rich.
One thing about Wiz, man, he keep to that like that pimp mentality. I feel like you got like that short, Snoop Dogg, Phil,
Make them put dubs in the chat. Make them smoke up and relax. Break up and take her right back. Every day making them mad. Don't see the tag. Just with my K on the hat. Treat every day like my last. Wake up in my bag. FaceTime my phone to see where she at. Make her a part of my team like a draft. Whole lot of weed. Help her relax. That's what she need. We don't smoke and go to sleep. We get fresh and go out to eat. I gotta keep me a J rolled up, oh faithful. Plus keep one in a cut. Don't say nothing. No favors. Chrome heart, different color like painters. There's friends with me when we first.
It's like he was just
imagine being able to build an app with your name.
Yeah, I'm gonna be rocking this one for sure all weekend. I like it a lot.
Same. I'm gonna give that one gas for sure. I'm not sure if even you know this, Gemini. You might not. But he did announce a Red Rock show already for this year, April 19th, the day before 420.
What?
Yeah,
No,
it's gonna be Wiz. Yeah, it's gonna be Wiz Khalifa, and his lineup is pretty solid. I'm considering heavily to go to this show. I'm probably gonna start looking at tickets here soon. He has 2 Chainz, Burner, the Underachievers, Chevy Woods, and DJ Bonix as the lineup.
Nice. Speaking of shows, no, we're trying to figure out how we're gonna make it to the Bruno Mars show.
Right, he announced the second day too. So,
God bless. I'm here for it.
2 days of Bruno Mars in
Anderson
September.
Paak. It's gonna be dope.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's just so expensive. The cheapest tickets were $300 for that, and that's when it first went on sale.
Yeah, and that just if it was Empower Field, if there was better timing on this tour in terms of lining up a venue, it would have been more affordable. It would have probably been around that $150 range at Empower Field, but it being only limited to 44,000 seats, I mean, that's an easy sellout for Bruno Mars in terms of capacity.
Right.
Of course, they're going to up those numbers.
It's gonna be kind of annoying too. We're still trying to make it. All right.
They announced the second day, so now there's 88,000 tickets available.
God bless. Well, maybe we'll go stand outside the arena stadium.
Right. I mean, we could probably just. I'll just hit up Bruno. I got his number. We'll see if we can
hit him up.
See if he can just
Anderson up. Be like, yo,
I need them family and friend tickets.
Right. I'm down with that. That's how we roll around here, guys. So you know.
Right. And then we got moving on. The Game and DJ Drama dropped a new album called The New Mixtape. So is it a mixtape? Is it an album? Is it just an album called The Mixtape?
It's both.
It's a little hard to know, honestly.
Every movie needs a full trailer. Is that what it's called?
I just have it down as New Mixtape. And it's DJ Drama, The Game, and Mike and Keys. Haven't taken a look to this at all. The Game is not something that's in my algorithm to pop up and be like, hey, we know you love The Game.
Who's somebody said The Game's not mixed straight garbage?
Hat to the back, 6'4" to the front. California breeze like a match to my blunt. Knock, knock, who is it? It's your neighborhood. I carry your coast, even when it get heavy, I just lift it back up. Ain't it good? And it ain't where you from.
That's chill.
Yeah, definitely not what I expected to hear, honestly, when you
You think it's gonna hit some blood, homie?
Yeah, well, I was expecting to hear I'm in that. I was expecting to hear I'm in that red rolled white ceiling.
Okay. Nope. He said, "I have kids. I have kids, homie."
Apparently, man. And then skipping through. And then skipping through some of them just because I mean,
there's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard. Have you ever heard of Smiley? I know I've heard of LMA.
I've heard of LMA. Smiley. Here, let's see what it is. Let's see what it is real quick.
Smiley with
Heartless.
Yeah.
Let's see if he even pop up. Oh, it's like some international.
You better exit, you're an invited. This is for me, man, this is for bad bitches. And I'm a heartless young nigga. But
I'm good. All right. Yeah, so Joyner Lucas, is that where you're headed?
Yeah, that's where I was heading. Was Joyner Lucas came out with ADHD 2. I want to say maybe around September or August of last year, is the end of the summer last year. And he came out with what appears to be like a deluxe edition titled ADHD 2 Reloaded album.
Yeah, it looks like he already has a music video for it. Just popped up a day ago. Maybe it's like an AI video.
Yeah, and there's 8 new tracks on this deluxe edition.
Nice.
I don't even want to sleep on my bed now. Most days in my head now. Kind of feel I've been lost and I'm checked out. Keep it real, I've been living on the edge now. I admit it, I've been trapped in my own hell. On my back, but I won't bail. And I hate it where I'm at, but I won't dwell. I just hope I don't go back to my old self. Cause you knew what I seen, but I
You
won't
cannot
tell.
deny that
So
Jordan
first,
got
I'm trying to
lyrics,
find
though.
meaning, so
Cool
search.
Homa
Lost things
bars.
that I love, but it don't hurt. Try to therapy shit, but it don't work. Hoping I can find me with my own words, but I know I gotta let my soul decide. Think about peace when I close my eyes. Only I can save me from my own demise.
I see these monsters all.
Yeah, no, dude's got bars for days. I mean, I've always been a fan of Joyner Lucas. He's had his moments where like he'll put out something where I'm not very
One
fond
ball.
of. Like, it's not hitting the way I thought it was going to, and then he puts out stuff like this where I'm just like, man, he ain't done yet.
Yeah, it can't hit on everything, right? It can't all be Jay-Z.
Yeah, yeah. And the last big one I got is going to be Maxo Cream, Denzel Curry, and JPEG Mafia, Fake Jeezy. I did take a quick listen to this before we started the show. It's classic Maxo Cream, Denzel Curry, and JPEG Mafia. I mean, you really can't say much more to that other than it's a banger. It's gas. I love production. I love delivery.
Okay.
The one collab I haven't seen yet that I want to see, it's that Houston connection between Maxo Cream and Big X. I don't know how and why we haven't seen this collab yet, but I feel like Maxo Cream is extremely underrated.
Probably why.
Yeah.
Big X is big, bro.
Yeah. And unknowingly so. I mean, I don't know how Big X got the credit he did when you got dudes like Maxo.
Hold on.
And how many times her watch?
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Big X the Plug featuring Maxo Cream Safe House remix. It's real though. I've never heard it.
Me neither.
I just edited it.
Turn me up a little bit more. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Hey, see, we posted with pistols and rockets, ain't making deposits. We putting that shit all in the box. Done got a little buzz, now I'm popping. Got racks in my pockets. A bitch nigga reached and I popped. It's you or it's me, that's the option. You got that little pistol, ain't popped it, ain't got you nobody. See, really, you niggas nobodies. Got rank in the city. I make me one calling you body. See, we flashing crashes a hobby. Been going too fast with this shit, something like Ricky Bobby. I'm strapped like it's part of my body. Stiff at the shoulders, I'm something like Frazier Ali. You fake it, you niggas a copy. I bet if I give her this pill, she jump out of body. It's wet, but I bet it get sloppy. Cause I got a stroke, give a hope, and I bet he can't copy. What's cold on that field was a jockey, but I had been jumped in that field before cleats and a hot knee. These niggas too pussy to try me. Bumping their guns on the net like they don't know where I be. 600 the block, do you copy? I really had things at the hotel getting lit in the lobby. These labels, they trying to sign me, but I want the M for my son, ain't no telling what I need. See, I'm banging crib like a hot sheet.
Murder block, crib, trampoline, kitchen bodies. Used to pull kick those, always being 10 toes. Shout out Rizzo, cause niggas scared to fight me. Still get the bows in on schedule. Goods out bags of pressure. Still wrap them and ship them and scrape up the extras. Handicap crib, re-special. Hit them with the two on the news, he is special. Pull up and shoot like James Harden with carbons and rockets. They spin when I spin, pull up, drop off the pop out big bodies with shotties. Don't get out your body. Just bought me a op on that block, we go shopping. Fat black with a gap, monkey nuts on the strap. You can't sit in my trap unless you serving the shop. We got bowls of gelati and bills of biscotti. Got a thought in the spot, cooking rocks and she top. For my ops, niggas mad cause we popped that they pot. They just diss on their neck cause they yet to come pop us. I put that on crib, they ain't really on shit. Hit his ass with a stick like a fucking pinata. Balenciaga done died, the Mad Max a shot. Watch me cook and serve a nigga in his face, Benny Hunter. That nigga gon' die if he try me. I'm a big crib, making scenes like tsunami.
Hey, see, I'm banging crib like a hossy. I'm cold with them sticks and that ice, but I ain't never play hockey. That hustling shit in my body, but if I ain't flipping that pack, then I'm robbing the party. They stepping on shit, hardly. Jumped in the game off the top rope, I feel like Jeff Hardy. Been the ice on my chain with the Johnny. Really too wavy for niggas, I'm screaming out naughty.
There you go.
Yeah, I like it. It's a good collab for sure. I mean, they just and that's where you see that Houston style just mixing so well because they're from the same places. They just run off each other so extremely well, and the timing is just on point with their deliveries and how they roll off each other, their transitions to each other. It's clean.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. So true. So true. That was a good mix, actually. It's good to see Texas coming back up, though, right? Like, took a little bit after Bun B, but it's building back up. I guess they never went anywhere.
It did and didn't. I mean, I feel like there was a short time where it just wasn't hitting like it used to. Like Mike Jones and Paul Wall and all them holding it down for a minute. And then out of nowhere, you get Toby Nwigwe, which Toby Nwigwe, he
kind of held it down. It wasn't like really like big though.
Yeah, it wasn't no mainstream statement.
Yeah.
And then you got Big X, who kind of had that big resurgence out of Houston, along with that Mexican OT, Maxo Cream, all those guys that are not necessarily have that mainstream success, but they have that Houston style to them. They do push numbers.
There we go. And any other music
on
the radar?
I think I skipped over one that could be interesting. I haven't heard it, but it is released as of midnight last night. Was Mozzie and ESTG. You hear me though? And Mozzie's Bay Area, Sacramento, which is interesting because ESTG is from, I believe, it's Kentucky. I'm like 90% sure it's Kentucky, like Louisville, Kentucky, or something like that. So that's an interesting matchup and mix up. But I guess it's something that I'm interested in listening to just to, see how they really sound together. Because I do like Mozzie.
Just dropped a video to it.
So you are what you are in this world. That's either one or two things. Either you're somebody, ain't nobody.
We been camping out for hours. Finally got the score, rolling champagne showers. So your partner got devoured. I am AGM's founder. Baby off that yacht. Getting to that bag, all my people's out of towners. Prescription off the counter, these is down the vibes. Down the ride, every time was trying to make a name. And since I made when they been hating, like I ain't the same. Like I ain't supposed to be the face, or like I rank the same. They ducking off and playing it safe, that's what the suckers does. Mama say them boys ain't bold, but I love the thugs. From out of state, he want a boy as long as he running bloods. Strictly value out the rollie, Tony pussy up. Ain't tucking nothing, nobody changed for all the bitches looking. I heard they booked him for the verse before they really booked him. Celine hoodie with the forces on this shit cookies. They take you serious, though, you hear me though? Being pussy. Can't take you serious, though, you hear me though? Being pussy. Can't take you serious, though, you hear me though? Being pussy. Can't take you serious, though, you hear me though? Being pussy. Take you serious, though, you hear me though? Being pussy.
He gave it up, so we ain't smashing, but we still whooping. And when it broke, nigga, take it off slow and give it to me. He told Cup on Saturday, they still booking.
Bay Area. I know
don't pick and choose, no matter who. We all know the rules.
What the stage,
fuck about no history and what we used to do. Hasn't been a bitch say you don't feed your wolves and turn to food. My dog bite me like it's cool. I'm putting him on the news and hug his mama, kiss his toddlers, and pay for the film. Sees on Rihanna stuff for kind, that's why the cross get through. Some of my real partners that I loved and I knew love me too. Had to get scripts, why you think it can't get done to you? Ain't tucking nothing, I'm in LA where rappers can't get tucking. The ops can book me if they want, they got the paper, I'm coming. They understand I be with fans, handgun foolish. Don't take them serious though, you hear me though, they been pussy. Don't take them serious though, you hear me though, they been pussy. Don't take them serious though, you hear me though, they been pussy. Don't take them serious though, you hear me though, they been pussy. Don't take them serious though, they bitches and they still wolf.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of a mix on it. I was really expecting something different. I did not like the beginning of it at all. Honestly, I felt like it was. I think they tried to go too wild with the beat, and it just isn't.
The Mac Gravy right there.
It's not a good match for what style they have. I'm actually gonna label that as trash.
Trash. Oh man, hold on. Let me get ready. I don't have a trash one. Trash. I'll rocks with it. I'll give it an 87.
Okay.
87. It's cool. I see what you mean, though. It was a little bit But I thought it was riding. I was like, okay, it's good to hear some Bay Area. I like seeing the Bay Area resurgence right now too.
Yeah, definitely. We're missing
And then I
E4.
know there's a track. Jill Scott has a track coming out with JID. I don't think it's out yet, so anxious to hear that when it drops for sure.
What do you know approximately when that's gonna be dropping?
Oh, let's see if it's out. I just saw her post that she tried to get Andre to do it. He wouldn't do it. So she went to JID.
Ain't nobody getting him off the flute.
Yeah.
He is very happy doing Nada Tostada and being labeled as one of the greatest MCs ever for the amount of work he put in, which isn't saying that he did a lot or a little. It was just enough.
Yeah. Looks like they had a song called Sun that came out 4 months ago. But I don't know.
That's one of the things that sticks to my side a little bit is that I feel like Andre 3000 gets way more credit than Big Boy for Big Boy's skills, his delivery, his lyricism. I feel like Big Boy should be up there just as much as Andre is one of the better great MCs and lyricists. Them as a group were unstoppable, and for some reason people only label Andre 3000 as one of the greatest lyricists ever.
I think because Big Boy be out there with it's a wild flow. He like don't rein it in sometimes. You just let it go and it's just craziness. But I feel you. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, there's never going to be another Bombs Over Baghdad.
No. But JID and J. Cole come pretty close.
They do.
They get together.
That is true. Facts.
And what's the other group? Oh gosh, it'll come to me.
I like Coast Contra. Coast Contra, they are a beast out of the East.
Okay.
They're up there. I put them above Flatbush Zombies in terms of like.
Yeah, Flatbush Zombies was they fell off a little bit. It was on for a minute, but yeah. And then you see in the ASAP resurgence too. So who knows what they'll be coming with.
Right.
East. Yeah, man. Shoot. That's about all I got for today.
Same.
Can't wait. Get ready for this game.
3 hours and counting.
3 hours and counting. Are you going down to the stadium?
Nah, I'm gonna be probably just hanging out at the house, watching it on full blast, do surround sound in my TV. I'm still recovering from whatever bug I caught over the week. I had a real rough week in terms of being sick and taking days off and whatnot, getting on medication. So I'm recovering from that. So I'm taking it easy this week and this weekend to just, be ready for next week so that, we can get into this AFC and NFC conference championship week.
Right. And hopefully we're talking about the Broncos next week. Hopefully in a good light. And I'm not having to eat all these words I'm saying, but screw the Bills, screw the Chiefs, screw the Chargers. It's Broncos Nation right now. Let's go get it. We're about to get it, and we're about to open up the weekend with a bang.
Yep. I agree 100%. It's going to be orange and blue week all next week.
Orange and blue week all next week. That's all I'm wearing to work next week. I might as well get all my orange and blue out right now because that's all I'm wearing all next week. And maybe some Nuggets colors thrown in there. Oh man. All right, guys, thanks for chilling and hanging with us at the bus stop. This has been fun. What a fun episode. Always fun every Saturday. We come out here and we just chop it up like we do. Always a pleasure to chop it up with you, Static. Thanks for joining. No Reem, but he'll be back next week. We life gets in the way and life be life, and so that's cool. That's okay because we'll keep the bus rolling no matter who it is, right? So we'll ride to the wheels fall off how we got to and keep it going. So thank you guys for rocking with us. Like I said, if you haven't already, head over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button on Shady Sports Network, hit that like, that share. And yeah, just don't forget to rock with us every Saturday. We're doing this every Saturday at 9:30 Denver time, right after Around the Indoor Football World. So if you get up a little early, you can catch those guys talking some indoor football, and that'll go year round as well too. So just keep rocking with us, keep hanging with us. Static, you got anything else before we get out of here?
Just that we appreciate all you guys that tune in week and week out. When you guys share, comment, subscribe, we appreciate every single one of you guys. Continue to share it with your friends, family, everywhere else. Make sure you get our name out there. Help us grow.
Yeah. Oh, and also I am doing a giveaway on my X page at 303 Bandwagon at 303 Bandwagon. So go ahead and head over to that and share, like, and follow. And I will be giving away. I think I'm giving away a hat on this one, but we'll continue to do that and just have giveaways. So keep rocking with us, guys, and keep looking out for more as we grow and as we go. Until then, enjoy your Saturday. Watch the game. Let us know where you're watching the game from, and then once the Broncos win, let us know where you saw the win from as well too. And we'll look forward to seeing you guys next week as well. Peace.
I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer.